We have done this before, Joe. We have talked about your method of fishing a nymph that is unusual, different than any I've ever seen, and without putting you on the spot or embarrassing you, you're the best I've ever seen at it. You make me look like a Ned in the first grade.
Thanks, Jerry, but you're doing just fine.
Well, I want you to walk out there now, and I know you're probably not going to catch one, but I want you to walk out there and tell everybody exactly how you fish that nymph. What's your ideas about what's happening?
Okay, well, first of all, I would pick water that is fairly heavy and fast and hit the edges of the heavy and the fast water. And what I try to do is approach it from the rear of the fish. I never want to walk out directly in front of the fish.
Which differs from a lot of fishermen.
Right. A lot of people don't take that into consideration. They spook off the fish before they even get there.
So you go fish upstream
always upstream on your fish.
Okay.
Make a real careful walk. Don't be crunching rocks under your feet and making noise. Vibration spooks fish also. Take out a little line, enough that you want to make some short casts with, and walk out a little bit. And then start making your first cast into the fish that might be laying in close. Let the nymph drift very naturally right down the fish's window, right into his view. And if he wants it, he'll take it right then.
Okay, now I need to emphasize that you are making short casts. Just
At
little,
first. I start off
clips.
close.
Just little
Correct.
clips.
This is called a short lining technique. And I always start in close and work out as I go.
Right, okay. But at no time, Joe, will you ever make a long cast.
I, generally speaking, will fish from 15 to 20 feet 90% of the time.
Right.
On occasion, I'll go 25 or 30 feet to get to fish that are a little further out. Most of it's done real close in. And I'm as careful as I can be to approach the fish without spooking it.
Okay.
Present the pattern, generally a caddis. I prefer the Butler Special, right down his alley where he can grab it on a natural drift. Natural is the key.
Okay. Do it again there, and I want people to. Joe, first of all, I want folks to know that this is a little harder to do than you would think. This ain't an easy thing.
It takes a lot of practice and a lot of going out in the backyard and learning the flip technique. Right. And once you get this flip down pat, it's real easy. You just flip it out like such. You follow the drift down. You lift it in when it gets at the rear of the hole. So what I do is I bring it back. I flip it back. Low rod, follow it. As it's going down, I'm raising my rod.
And you're feeling it.
I'm feeling it kick on the bottom.
We've got a small split shot about 16 inches above that fly.
Right, 16 to 18 inches all the time, and it just ticks on the rocks and gives it a natural flow, and the weight gets it down to where the fish is at.
Joe, I hope you make enough flies to keep me fishing.
I do too.
I break off every 5 minutes. I get down here, I think I'm fishing with the white fly, and you son of a gun, you're catching them on a dew fly.
Well, let's get you another one, Jerry. We got a bunch of them here, and I got plenty to go around.
Well, I tell you what, where's that little brown and gray? Where's he at?
Oh,
I may have lost the last one.
Here's a gray-brown mayfly.
That's what I'm after.
All righty, let's get you that one there.
And let me have a Butler Special.
All right, there's the Butler Special.
When everything else goes wrong, get you a Butler Special.
I agree. That's been my savior for years and years.
No, these are, though, they're beautiful, and they are to match a bug that is hatching off the bottom, right?
Mostly caddises and mayflies. I've got a few larvas in here and a couple other things, but the caddis and mayfly make up the majority of these patterns.
And this is about the only bug you fish that way with, right?
Most of my fishing's done with these right here. Mm-hmm. That Butler Special in gray is my favorite. Then I like it in black and tan. Mm-hmm. And then those gray-brown mayflies, hare's ear, they're all good patterns. You need some help?
Oh, I don't know. No, it ain't that. I don't mean that. Ain't that good. But I'd surely like to catch him. I'm glad to see them browns biting a little bit. Oh, my.
Oh, that's beauty. Very nice. All right.
Well, now, I don't want to do that to you.
Hey. All right, that's a beauty.
I ought to be ashamed of myself calling that a whitefish. Huh?
What's that?
I say I ought to be ashamed of myself calling that little fella a whitefish.
Oh, don't be ashamed of yourself. Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that's fun. He was right in there with the whitefish, wasn't he? Oh, hey, you got a dandy fish on there. Woo!
All right. Come here.
I'd come down to help you, but you're too far, man.
Nice little rainbow. Got somebody else's fly in them, too. It's got 2 flies in them.
Looks like I'm on my own here on this one. Oh, come here, little brown trout. I shouldn't be calling these fish before I get them in here. So bad at calling the wrong one. Moss and all, little guy. I don't know how he saw that fly. There was so much moss on it.
Oh, yeah, rainbow.
Ah!
Rainbow.
Oh, yeah, that's a little rainbow, isn't it?
Yeah. Got them both on the Butler Special. Great.
I don't even have a Butler Special right now. I lost my last one of them little jobs. I'll scoot down there and let you. I should lay one of them.
Starting
on.
to hit that great Butler Special.
Let me have one.
About time, too.
What, did they hit that?
Both last 2 knocked the heck out of it.
Boy, you've got them zeroed in below this falls here, don't you?
Oh!
He get
Golly!
That's
Good
That's
jumper.
a long distance release, Joe. That's a long distance release.
That's what it was.
Take me away. Take me away. Take me. Take me. See, I got a Fishin Hole t-shirt going out to Mike Easton for using his letter on the air here. We're going to refer to his question. Mike is from Atlanta and will definitely be the hit of Atlanta with that t-shirt. Mike wants to know about line watching. His question was, what am I talking about when I say line watching? What a perfect question to have coming in behind this particular show. I wonder how that worked out. Line watching is important in all fishing that you do, and it's a very simple thing. We watch our line as our lure is coming through the water. You get the impression sometimes that a fish, when it strikes a bait, will pull against you or will stop the bait, and you know, you'll feel a big thump, and it just doesn't happen all the time. Joe Butler, fishing that nymph downstream, is watching his line at all times. When it stops, he knows that a fish has gathered in the bait and is just staying right there with it. And the same thing will happen to you if you're smallmouth fishing or any kind of fishing. There are lures that will attract the fish. When they get to the lure, they will not take your elbow out of socket. They'll just stop the bait, and you'll see the line jump on the water, or you'll see it not move. Whenever it quits doing something it is supposed to do, you've probably got a fish on there, and that's what we talk about line watching. When I talk about line watching, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a big segment on that one of these days, because that and your line size and feeling your lure is so important in all types of fishing. We enjoyed taking you to Yellowstone this week. Hope you caught a few trout right along with us. And next week we're going smallmouth bass fishing. You're the best I've ever seen it. You make me look like a Ned in the first grade.
Thanks, Jeremy. You're doing just fine.
Well, I want you to walk out there now, and I know you're probably not going to catch one.
A lot of people don't take that into consideration. They spook off the fish before they even get there.
So you're going to fish upstream all the time?
Always upstream on your fish.
Okay.
Make a real careful walk. Don't be crunching rocks, edges of the heavy and the fast water. And what I try to do is approach it from the rear of the fish. I never want to walk out directly in front of the fish.
Which different from a lot of fishermen.
Right.
But I want you to walk out there and tell everybody exactly how you fish that nymph. What's your ideas about what's happening?
Okay, well, first of all, I would pick water that is fairly heavy and fast and hit the...
We have done this before, Joe. We have talked about your method of fishing a nymph that is unusual, different than any I've ever seen, and without putting you on the spot or embarrassing